shooting right now.
How do I know where it's shooting at?
Just the head.
Just hold it the head. They're coming out.
4th commencement exercises. My name is Maritza Paul, and I am the principal. I would like to thank everyone for joining us in celebrating this joyous occasion. In the spirit of the affair, we ask that you honor the formality of this academic event and be mutually respectful of all our graduates. We kindly ask that you turn off or mute all cell phones and other electronic devices during the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation. It is now my distinct pleasure to welcome some very special guests in our midst this evening. We have Dr. Jason Strickland and Miss Brenda Jones of the Board of Education, who are with us this evening. We appreciate them coming. And on stage we have Dr. Cynthia Lane, Superintendent of KCK Public Schools. We have Mrs. Gloria Willis, Member of the Board of Education, and Mr. David Smith, Chief of Staff. It is now my distinct pleasure to invite Dr. Cynthia Lane to the podium to give her opening remarks. Dr. Lane.
Good evening. Is anybody here excited? We are so excited to be here today to honor some extraordinary young people. The class of 2015 from Washington High School. Give yourselves a big round. Graduates, from this point forward, you will be forever known as a high school graduate, but not just any graduate. Let me share with you, ladies and gentlemen, just a few of the outstanding achievements of this graduating class. Sitting before us, we have state champion debaters. We have state champion concert band members. We have members of the men's baseball and men's basketball team champions. We have winners not for 1 year in a row, but 2 years in a row for Scholar Bowls. We have artists, musicians. We have young people who will be going into the armed services. We have an extraordinary class sitting in front of us. And I have to give a shout out to one particular graduate tonight. One who has inspired me, who has inspired the entire district to develop a program called Diploma Plus. This graduate graduates from high school tonight, and tomorrow night she'll be graduating from KCK Community College with her associate's degree. So graduates, you are prepared. Wherever your journey takes you, be it college, be it technical college, be it right into the world of work, you are prepared. But you know that you didn't get here on your own. So I'm going to test you here. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to stand up and turn around and thank your parents and thank these extraordinary teachers.
She gets up, she looks over there and doesn't half pass away.
All right, terrific.
I can't even see.
Graduates, my message for you tonight is very brief. Very brief. While you have accomplished much, while you have identified your purpose in past years' lives, while you have shown that you have perseverance, here's the message for you this evening. Someday is not a day of the week. Someday is not a day of the week. You know, if you turned around and looked in this audience, you would see the bleachers full of individuals who have a very long someday list. Someday I will. If I had the resources, if I had the time, someday I would. But I can also tell you that you can also see individuals who have a long list as we have gotten older that says, if only I would. If only I would. My if someday list is tremendously long. I won't share all that with you tonight, but if you happen to see me driving down the street in a 68 Camaro, you know that I got one thing off my someday list. As you move forward in life, life sometimes can get in the way. We often will spend time making a living and forgetting about making a life. So I encourage you to make sure that your someday list is not too long, that you focus on your passion. that you take time to do the things that bring you joy in life. Always remember that yes, there generally is a tomorrow, but don't look back with that Sunday list so long that you can't do the things that you really want to accomplish. And for your generation, I challenge you to do better with your Sunday list than my generation. You see, my generation said someday we would value every human being. Someday we would live up to our potential. Someday we would eradicate racism. How are we doing? Not so good. Someday we would stand up against injustices in our community and our state. And someday we would live out the true meaning of our creed, that every man and woman is created equal. I say to you graduates of Washington High School class of 2015, you can and you must do better. Show us the way. Lead us through. Make sure that the things that are important in our nation and our state are carried through on your leadership. Graduates, I want you to remember, someday is
Now.
Someday is today. It is not a day of the week. Someday is today. And for the class of 2015, today is your day. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to present the 2015 salutatorian, Caitlin Pulley, to offer welcome greetings. As she prepares to come to the stage, I would like to share that Caitlin is a member of the National Honor Society, Senior Board, and a Kaufman Scholar. She plans to attend Missouri State University with a full scholarship to pursue a major in dance.
Wow.
And upon graduating, she aspires to open her own dance studio. Would you please welcome me, or join me in welcoming Ms. Caitlin Pulley to the stage?
Welcome, class of 2015 Washington High School graduates. After a near-death experience at the beginning of my senior year, I smiled being able to be up here talking to all of you. One, I want to say congratulations to all of you for making it this far. Second, I'd like to thank all the families, teachers, and friends who have pushed us to get this far, because trust me, there were times when we wanted to give up. I know all of us haven't worked together, but we all have one thing in common, the determination and drive to walk across the stage today. Being in Washington has been like one big roller coaster. There were good days and bad days, but I wouldn't want to be at any other high school because the relationships I've made with people are priceless and irreplaceable. The one thing that stuck throughout the 4 years of high school, which is kind of an odd memory, and one that no one probably thinks about anymore, were the 5 non-negotiable rules. The rules that we all find annoying. My first class as a freshman was biology with Miss Ellenbecker, and that is the very first thing we talked about when we were seated in the class. The rules were constantly being reminded to us, and we just did not get them at all. Eventually, those rules got pushed to the back burner, and were only reminded to us at the beginning of each year, and only in some classes. Another thing that has stuck in my mind is that at Washington, we have so many different administrators, and they all make different decisions and different rules. To most of us, we thought they were silly or uncalled for, and we never really understood what it means some of these decisions. For example, this year, our homecoming football game started at 5 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. And how in the first semester of this year, we had to indicate which stairwells we could use to go upstairs or downstairs. Some of those things were inconvenient to us, but I think we can all agree on the fact that the administration was doing whatever they could for the safety for our school. Washington has always been crazy, in a good way. I don't think there's ever been a dull moment, and if there was, it didn't last long. There was always an assembly, a game, a field trip, or other activities going on. I really enjoyed the assemblies or games that I attended that they put on during school hours. They were always entertaining, and it gave us a chance to all do something together. One specifically I remember that kept my attention was the one where we put money in jars for the teacher or administrator that we wanted to get a pie in the face. Mr. Taylor, our principal at the time, earned the most money, and everyone was so excited to see it. And come to find out, he wasn't present that day. Even though he didn't show up, we still enjoyed the assembly and watching our teachers have fun with the students. The sporting events were always fun. I mainly attended football games with friends, but other things that I did attend were just as fun. My favorite part about the games was seeing the school spirit and seeing the teachers come out and support the students. It makes me happy seeing teachers enjoy their jobs. I also enjoyed the band and the dancers. They always put on a good show at every event they came to. The clubs that are offered here are so diverse and needed in schools like ours. The clubs like debate, writing, and poetry are what Washington is most known for. I've never met so many brilliant teenagers in my life. When I hear my classmates say a poem or read one of their essays, I'm genuinely impressed because there are so many of us who think in such intelligent ways. It gives me a lot of hope for our future and what the world will become with our generation coming up with so many strong-minded teenagers. We as a class can agree on the hard work we put into be walking across stage today. The challenges we've overcome, the goals we reach, and the hoops we jump through to get right where we are right now. From the bottom of my heart, I wish all my peers the best in life. And I hope we all achieve our biggest dreams and do everything we truly do to desire in life. Someone asked me if I could go back in time, what would I do differently? Honestly, nothing. I feel like the things I've endured and learned were worth every second of the pain I experienced, the ugliness I went through, and the knowledge I gained, and the happiness I felt. I'd like to elaborate on the relationships I made being in high school. With teachers, administrators, peers. I've been to keep going when I wanted to give up. There are teachers I've come to know very closely who will not give up on you and won't allow you to give up on yourself because they have so much passion in what they do. I've made some amazing friends who know exactly who they are and helped me through some of the roughest times here in high school. Lastly, my amazing parents and siblings who constantly reminded me that I could do whatever I put my mind to. Thank you who have helped all of us along the way. Here's a quote by Charles R. Swindoll that I like to end my speech with. I've chosen this quote because I've struggled with my attitude, and I'm pretty sure some of my classmates have too. But when I read this quote, it reminds me of the positivity that I and all of us need to keep in our lives. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot chase the inevitable. The only thing that we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I'm convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes.
Thank you, Caitlin. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you kindly stand, face the flag, and honor the flag of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats and caps at this time. graduates and guests, you may be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the next section of our program. The Washington High School Chamber Singers will perform the selection, Awaken, the music arranged by Greg Gilpin and directed by Miss Laurie Powell. Denise Gibson will be accompanying the choir.
Thank you, Ms. Powell, Chamber Singers. Washington High School's valedictorian of the class of 2015 is Mr. Mason Fortner. He's a member of NHS, a Cerner Scholar, an ROTC cadet, player on the baseball team, and a bowling member, and participated in the Ernst & Young CMAP program. His post-secondary plans include attending Wichita State University to pursue a degree in aeronautical engineering. Would you please join me in congratulating Mason Fortner on his accomplishments? Now, on behalf of Mason, will Caitlin Pulley please come forward to share Mason's message with the graduates? Mason Fortner, everybody!
Hello? Okay, many people say that our high school graduation is an end to the chapter of our lives. I think graduating isn't the end. It's only the beginning of a new chapter of the amazing things that we will accomplish. With the time that I've spent with you all at Washington, it's easy to tell that each and every one of you will try your hardest to achieve your goals no matter what they are. I know that no matter what path in life each of us chooses to travel, we will always remember our time at Washington High School. We will always remember the nerves from our freshman year, like if we would be able to find our classes, or if we were going to know anybody here, and the excitement of starting high school. We will always remember, hold up. Okay. We will remember getting settled into the craziness of our high school, our sophomore year, and not being very excited because we still had 2 long years of school left. Junior year came and we were all very excited that we only had 1 more year of high school to go. When senior year finally arrived, everything came at us really fast. There were scholarships to fill out, colleges and jobs to apply for, all while trying to keep up with the assignments for class. Now that we are finally done with high school, we will be leaving many friends and teachers that we got used to seeing every day. We are just now realizing that we may never hear Coach King yell, "Get your grades" in the hallways ever again. Although we are leaving our friends and teachers behind, we will always have fond memories of our time at Washington. As we turn a new page in our lives, I know many of us might feel underprepared for what life has in store, stressed out that our adulthood is finally starting, and scared that we might fail. Rest assured though, as long as we never give up, success will be ours. Thank you.
Thank you, Mason. The extremely talented Washington High School Chamber Singers, under the direction of Miss Lori Powell, will perform the selection, "Already Home," composed by Andrew Lloyd Webber and arranged by Althouse. Please give your full attention to the choir as they sing.
Oh my god, my friends are dead. No, like one of my good friends. On chemistry. No, I told him. Not you. I never told you, Sheldon.
Thank you, Mrs. Powell, Chamber Senior. I'd like to take a moment again to welcome everyone here and thank you for participating in this evening's commencement ceremony. Before my very brief message to the graduates, I would like to recognize the people on whose shoulders they have stood in order to reach this very great landmark. Will the parents, guardians, and caretakers of our graduates please stand and be recognized. Will the entire staff and faculty of Washington High School, that includes teachers, counselors, custodians, nurses, cafeteria workers, anybody that's here that works at Washington High School, please stand to accept our thanks for the way you have supported the graduates of 2015. To our non-returning faculty members, we thank you sincerely and wish you well in your new exploits. To our superintendent, Dr. Cynthia Lane, and her staff, as well as the Board of Education, we thank you for your vision and leadership. And now, class of 2015. One of the scariest things for me as a principal is to stand before a group of seniors getting ready to graduate and share thoughts with you. My question is always, are they even listening to me? Thank you. So, as I struggled with the question of what words of wisdom to impart with you this evening, I wondered what I could meaningfully say to an eager group of graduates standing on the threshold of adulthood, ready to embark on a journey to places unknown. The answer came in the form of a book that I recently read titled The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. It is one of the most impactful pieces of literature I have ever encountered. It was written by a university professor who was dying of cancer and had one last opportunity to give a lecture. As he considered his impending death, he reflected upon the legacy he would like to leave for his young children, wife, and the rest of humanity. From his book, I have borrowed a few pieces of advice to offer you. He says, we cannot change the cards we're dealt, just how we play the hand. In other words, graduates, make the best of the resources you have been given. Have something to bring to the table, because that will make you more welcome. Simply put, be an active contributor to the world around you. On the virtue of tenacity and perseverance, he writes, Brick walls are there to give us a chance to show how badly we want something. In the same breath, he chastises. Tenacity is a virtue, but it's not always crucial for everyone to observe how hard you work at something. Just work hard. He speaks to the brevity of time, and hence the need to use it productively. Time is all you have, he says, and you may find one day that you have less than you think. Make the most of it. He quotes Abraham Lincoln in his book, "It's not the years in your life that count, but the life in your years." Your legacy, graduates, will be determined by the quality of your service to humankind. In conclusion, my personal favorite is his reference to Captain Kirk's philosophy of not believing in the no-win scenario. Of Captain Kirk, he writes, "He was the ultimate example of a man who knew what he didn't know, was perfectly willing to admit it, and didn't want to leave until he understood it." Class of 2015, stay in the constant pursuit of new learning. Congratulations. You're doing an excellent job. We are more than halfway through, and you will soon be officially graduated. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Colin Watts, our counselor. Mr. Watts is going to publicly recognize your academic achievements, and he will be followed by Colonel McCormack, who will acknowledge the accomplishments of the ROTC cadets. Thank you.
Thank you very much. From the class of 2015, 59 seniors earned college credits in English, math, and/or social sciences through a partnership with KCKCC. Will you please stand and be recognized? Students earned credits through the Technical Education Center. Will you also please stand and be recognized? 30 students were elected to the National Honor Society. Please stand and be recognized. 22 members of the class were recognized as Kansas Scholars. Please stand and be recognized. And Mason Fortner, Caitlin Pulley, and Far Zing were recognized as Governor's Scholars. Please stand and be recognized. Students graduating with honors. Cum laude, which is a GPA of 3.5 to 3.74, include William Bailey, Austin Carter, Hoya Couch, Deanna Daniels, Wava Dixon, Harry Ruiz Gonzalez, Stephanie Herr, Robert Martinez, Donald Matoyer, Rachel Merck, Anthony Ornelas, Kyla Owens, Roslyn Payne, Deja Perkins, Lauren Strobel, Terrence Wheaton, Kelsey Williams, Kirsten Williams, and Tucker Wright. Please stand and be recognized. Students graduating with magna cum laude, which is a GPA of 3.75 to 3.94 include Franklin Connard, Nicole Jones, Mujazi Love, Kiana Tolan, and Paul James. Please stand and be recognized. And students graduating summa cum laude, which is 3.95 and above, include Mason Fortner and Caitlin Cole. A total of 63 students earned academic and athletic scholarships totaling $1,820,296. Okay, at this time I'd like to invite Colonel McCormack to the podium, please.
Good evening. Tonight I would like to recognize the students from the class of 2015 who have completed 3 or 4 years in our Air Force Junior ROTC. If you completed 3 years in Air Force Junior ROTC, please stand and be recognized. If you've completed 4 years in the Air Force Junior ROTC program, please stand and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my distinct honor to recognize the members of the graduating class of 2015 that have been sworn in and will join the United States military in the next few weeks. These individuals will join their brothers and sisters in arms, protecting our freedoms around the world. Please remember that evenings like this are thanks to the sacrifices of those who serve this country in our armed forces. Somewhere there is a soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, or National Guard member who tonight are not at the graduation of their son or daughter, so that we can sit here in safety and security. Please join me in recognizing the following graduates, and when I call your name, please rise. Joining our United States Army graduates, Karanta Betts and Alexis Davila. Joining the Army National Guard, graduates Marissa Ortiz and Noah Thomas. One more round of applause for those joining our military.
Thank you, Colonel McCormack. Congratulations, all of you who have received accolades tonight. We particularly appreciate our young men and women who are interested in continuing to protect our freedom here in these United States. Mrs. Gloria Willis, member of the Board of Education, Dr. Pinky Lane, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. David Smith, Chief of Staff. On behalf of all staff members and the administration of Washington High School, I certify that on this day, May 18, 2015, the students represented here tonight have met the required graduation requirements set forth by USD 500, Kansas City, Kansas Board of Education, and are eligible to be awarded the distinction of a high school diploma. I would like to present to you the Washington High School graduating class of 2015. I now call on the distinguished member of the Board of Education, Mrs. Gloria Willis, to come to the podium to formally accept the class of 2015.
Good evening. It is my distinct pleasure on behalf of the Kansas City, Kansas Board of Education to accept you as graduates of Washington High School. I'm so very pleased to do this because a few years ago my daughter graduated from Washington High School. Dr. Paul, I accept them as graduates of Washington High School.
Thank you. The counselors, Ms. Caitlin Aubrey and Mr. Colin Watts, will read each graduate's name as he or she crosses the stage. Mr. David Smith, Chief of Staff, will give the diplomas to the graduates. Parents, family members, and friends, we understand your excitement, but ask for your patience and understanding. Please hold your applause until all graduates have crossed the stage and received their diplomas. Thank you.
Mason Fortner. Caitlin Pulley. William Bailey. Austin Carter. Franklin Connor. Wava Irene Dixon. Stephanie Herr. Nicole Lachey Jones. Mujazi Love. Robert Eddie Martinez. Anthony J. Ornelas. Kyla Owens. Roslyn Payne. Deja Marie Lynn Perkins. Karen Ruiz Gonzalez. Lauren Strobel. Kiana Dejanay Tolan. Terrence Wheaton.
Is that till they call her name?
Kelsey Rakeem Williams. Kirsten Simone Williams. Far Zane. Chriselle Ackles Lee. Kalina Adams. Michael Adams. Ezekiel Aguirre. Ravian Allgood. Kendall Avery. Dolores Baeza. Daryl Wayne Bagley. Daniel Barboza. Bryce Barnes. Kirante Trevel Betts. Maisha Erlene Betts. Ashlyn Ray Brewer. Austin Brown. Jordan Buckner. Michaela Justice Burkett. Jared Bush. Davion Carter. Duran Edward Clardy. Dominic Allen Clardy. Sydney Renee Clark. Lyric Ronisha Klein. Anani Coffee. Edgar Kalunga. Koya Couch. Danisha Jashawn Dabner. Deja Daniel. Deanna Nicole Daniels. Trayvon Deshawn Daniels. Alexis Nicole Davila. Jade Davila. Aaliyah Nicole Davis. Jadon Dion Davis. Philip Deontay Davis. Brittany Dodd. Jalen Dupree. Sydney Dupree. Brene Enlow. Duran Kyrie Estelle. Tariq Estes.
All right! That's Carlos.
Israel David Evans. Israel David Vine Fallscroft. Zoe Glassfuller. Alexis Olivia Forte. Samuel Freeman. Mahogany Gaines. Jorge Luis Vasquez Garcia.
That's my
Anthony Garfield.
It's Luis, not Luis.
Camry Nicole Gibson. Marie Glass.
Oh my God.
Giovanna Gomez. Rebecca Kelly Granger. Uni Granillo. Malik Guy. Tanasia Hall. Edith Cannon. Trayvon Malik Hard. Jonathan Harold Harris. Lamia Harris. Patrick Brendan Harris. Caitlin Lamar Harrison. Tashanique Hereford. Clarice Hill. Tom Hinton. Jordan Horton. Ariel Simone Houston. David Houston. William Jefferson.
Jones. Erica Aisha Renee Jones. Jaquan Jashawn Jones. Zachary Renee Kelsey. Devin Pence. Dondre Cortez.
Kiera J. Laster. Rayfield Lawrence. Alexander Ray Liam. Lorenzo Jesus Lopez. Zareda Lopez. Sunny L. Love. Kewan Anthony Love. Sammy A. Martin. Lisette Mata. Racheletta O. McBride. Mercedes L. LaFray. Justin Trent Maxine Winkleton. James McNeil. Donald Allen Acquire Jr. Crystal Ariel Miller. Rachel Marie Moore. Michaela Alexis Moore. Sean Trent Morgan. Ravion L. Mumphrey. Marcus Cesar Munoz. Erica J. Navarro. Veronica Renee Navarro. Aaron J. Nelson. Albert David Nelson. Taquan M. Nelson. Sierra Menley. Douglas L. Nayeli Olivas. Aurelie Ordaz. Marissa Lynn Ortiz. Keyshawn Ebony Owens. Sauber Paul. Ollie Isaiah Parker. Paris Monet Parks. Isaiah Stephon Payne. Arion Leslie Ann Pearson. Carlos Dwayne Peppers. Ashane T. Pickett. Elric Prado. LaTroya Renee Ray. Michaela Latrice Ray. DeMarcus Jesse Reif. Austin Joseph Roberts. Jaquan Marquis Robinson. Daisha Rothschild. Brandon Rolette. Mackenzie L. Russell. Dominic Michael Salazar Vega. Gerardo Santos.
That's my homie.
LaJavion Saunders. Nicholas James Everett Schwab. Amicia Schaefer. Mackenzie Ray Smith. Dorian Stevens. Brianna Stinnett. Joshua Stephen Stramer. Tatiana Lachey Strickland. Hunter Sutton. Justin Reed Tarpening. Caitlin Tarwaters. Joram Israel Thomas. Noah Christian Patrick Thomas. Kavion Tiller. Bianca Tobler. Cassidy Lee Tooley. Solomana Tuala Tama Leilani. Cole D. Tubbs. Kayla Nicole Union. David G. Valerio. Jackie Varela. Joshua Waits. Bria Walker. Joseph T. Walker. Trevor J. Walker. Alasia Monet Wallace. Brandy Nicole Warren. Khalid Washington. Devon Watson. Jake Real Wilbert. Capri Michelle Williams. Javion Emmanuel Williams. Keena Wright. Tucker Carl Wright. Kelly Yang. Ku Yang. Sai Yang. Adia Yamani Marie Zachary. Oscar Zapian Loya.
Because this is the most important part. Audience, please remain seated until the recessional is over. We thank you for your attendance and your excellent behavior. Washington High School class of 2015. To symbolize the successful completion of academic requirements for Washington High School diplomas, please rise and move your tassels from the right to the left. You may now begin the recessional. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.